Back-to-back draws against Manchester City away and Spurs at home don't seem like bad results on paper, but considering the circumstances, we walked down the tunnel at the Etihad and then at Vicarage Road knowing we blew two massive chances in a row. Failing to capitalise on an opportunity to go top of the table is bad enough, but to do it twice in the space of just a few days was very frustrating. So as we head into our upcoming week, we've got 3 massive games in 7 days, where we now know with 8 games remaining in the Premier League, any more slip-ups and Spurs can take a commanding and perhaps unassailable lead in the title race. Our games today are against Southampton at home and then Everton away, but sandwiched in between that, it's the big one. Real Madrid in the first leg of our Champions League quarter-final tie. Whilst we may be dreaming of a famous win at Vicarage Road, we know we must start off with one here at home to the Saints as we aim to keep pace with Spurs. Any more slip-ups now and Spurs will be in the driving seat, and surely knowing that with destiny in their own hands, they should be crowned champions. So let's keep the pressure on, beat Southampton and show Pochettino we may have slipped up against you and against Man City, but we're still going nowhere, we're still in this title race. 9 minutes in, still waiting for our first proper chance here as Jordi Clasie receives that loose ball and finds Eric Lamela down the left-hand side. Southampton now coming out of their shells a little bit, but our pressure is really good. We're putting a lot of pressure on that ball whenever they've got possession. And right now they can't cope, so I'll receive the ball here. Can I release Andre Gray? In it goes. It's Gray. First time strike. Straight down the throat of Fraser Forster. But we have looked good to start this game off. Early pressure coming from Watford. We've got to win this game. Cannot afford to slip up for the third game in a row. Unless we forget, with Real Madrid to come in just 3 days' time, this would be a very poor result heading into that one at Vicarage Road. We've got to come through and get the 3 points here. We are the favourites. We need to find a goal to take this lead. But here's Dusan Tadic finding Gabbiadini. Big tackle by Prudhoe. And Chalobah gets it clear. And now as Doucouré on the ball has Chamberlain out wide. He can send me down the right there. And a good chance here as Maya Yoshida comes across. Got to capitalise on this. Quick little ball inside. There's a man at the far post. And it goes. And Richarlison heads it home. Watford 1. Southampton 0. And there is a much needed breakthrough. And it comes through the young Brazilian talent. Lovely little ball down the right side to release me. Quick Berber spin. Great cross to the far post with Richarlison arriving as he heads it past Fraser Forster at the near post. We've waited a while for it, but now we've got it. There's the breakthrough. Watford 1, Southampton 0. That was a great ball by Chamberlain, I think it was, to send me down the right-hand side. And a nice cross to the back stick as well for my, is that my 18th assist of the Premier League season now? Just 3 to go if I am going to set the new record. There's still a few games left, but I'm not really too fussed if I don't set it, as long as we can be crowned champions. And this result could take us top if Spurs aren't matching our result. Big goal there by Richarlison, big assist from me, big first half from Watford, big 45 minutes to come. Great, into my feet and a chance here to turn. Yoshida once again, and then roll it inside to Andre Gray for 2-0. No, great stop by Fraser Forster and turn behind for a corner. The movement there from Gray was perfect, but sadly just couldn't finish for his first goal of the game. Still Watford 1, Southampton 0. Another goal, and I'm pretty sure these 3 points are going to be ours. Oh my goodness, as James Ward-Prowse almost got it for us. Zappacosta to my feet, and Chamberlain's down the right, and I'll release him. And there's a lot of room for Chamberlain to run into here, who storms forward. And still Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on the ball. Keeps on going, finds Gray, and Forster with the save. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. Chamberlain was taken down late. And as we're going to help him up to his feet, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, a January signing, has just won a penalty off Oriol Romeu, who came in late, and whilst Gray was denied by Forster, the referee points to the spot. Well, it was a late challenge by Romeu, who I think was just trying to block the cross, but in the end took down Gray, who is now going to be replaced. And Deeney, with his first kick, can give us a 2-goal cushion and surely give us the 3 points. It's the captain, Troy Deeney, and it's saved by Forster. And turn behind for a corner, a big opportunity to wrap up these 3 points, but Forster makes the save, the Saints bailed out, and our lead remains at 1. We have taken 9 shots in this game, but only scored once. If we don't see out these 3 points, I'll be livid. Yoshida's headed clear, will drop to Prudhoe. I'll have it there. I'm normally quite good from this distance, and Forster denies me with 6 minutes on the clock. Surely we are not going to let these 3 points drop. Come on. We are into stoppage time. We are waiting for the final whistle to be blown any second now. and that will confirm it. A big 3 points for Watford as Chamberlain's released, and this could do it. Rolls it across Deeney. Oh, Forster, what a save to prevent Troy Deeney again. But it's not going to matter because we still get the 3 points. I can't believe we didn't win by more goals. We've won regardless. Watford 1, Southampton 0. Poor old Fraser Forster, what a stormer he had. But the goal we scored for Richarlison in the first half gives us the 3 points as we may have gone top of the table. It was a game which we dominated from start to finish and should have won it more convincingly by quite a few goals. But Fraser Forster's heroics thankfully counted for nothing. The English shot stopper made some fantastic saves but couldn't prevent Richarlison's header in the first half, giving us the win, which keeps the gap at just 1 point. Spurs once again picked up a victory at home to Everton, which means with 7 games to go, they're still in pole position, but as it's so tight right now, we've got to keep believing they might slip up at some point, and hopefully this time we'll be able to capitalise. But for the second of the 3 games today, it comes on Wednesday night as we take on Real Madrid in the Champions League quarter-final first leg. Ever since this draw was made, we've been so excited for it, and with the first leg being home at Vicarage Road as well, we know that whilst we come into the game as massive underdogs, with our fans behind us, we believe we could get a shock first leg result here to take back to the Bernabeu. Our best chance of silverware does come domestically, but we still want to have some sort of chance of getting through to the Champions League semis, and whilst we are huge underdogs heading into the tie, with Real Madrid coming here, if we can keep a clean sheet and get a solid first leg result, I guess you never know. It's Real Madrid in the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals. Vicarage Road is set to host one of the best games it's ever seen. Let's come through and get a famous result. Well, Vicarage Road is set for a night unlike any other. Real Madrid in the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals, and tonight we know we're massive underdogs, just like we'll be at the Bernabeu, but the objective tonight is keep it competitive. We know for sure Real Madrid will score. We know they'll have a brilliant chance of winning this game. Much stronger side, but keep it competitive, possibly get a goal, and reduce as many away goals as possible, and give ourselves a chance heading back to the Bernabeu. That's the goal tonight. Close for Real Madrid, finding Marco Asensio. All the pressure coming from the visitors, as you would expect. Marcelo down the left-hand side, wins a corner off Zappacosta, and an early chance here, 27 minutes in, for Real Madrid to strike from this set piece. Marco Asensio takes it. It's a deep one towards the edge of the area. Evans heads clear. Penaranda controls, and maybe a chance on the break here. Llorente to beat. Marcelo comes across. I have to do it all myself, though, because there's no one in support, really. Marcelo gets... Well, I got round Marcelo, and I don't really know where to go here. I've got Bellarabi arriving at the far post. Oh! That was our one and probably only chance of the game. I didn't really know where to go there, but I found Bellarabi, who couldn't keep the shot down. Still 0-0, but that's our best chance of having any opportunity of scoring tonight, hitting Real Madrid on the counter. Well, we are through 45 minutes here at Vicarage Road, and as things stand, the fans are in good voice, and I'm not one bit surprised. It's still 0-0. We've done a great job defensively. We almost took the lead through Bellarabi, and with second half to come, it's still deadlocked, and I would definitely take this heading back to the Bernabeu, no question. Early corner for Real Madrid in the second half, though, just 3 minutes after the restart. Corner to the middle dealt with by Cabasele, but Marcelo will track it down. And you just know at the break, Zidane had the hairdryer out on his players to try and fire them up, because they need to get in front, and they should have done so right there. Batshuayi heads wide from a wicked Marcelo delivery, and the Belgian spurns a great chance to give Real Madrid the lead. It's still 0-0. They've missed some good ones, and if we can hold on to this, 40 minutes to go, we'll certainly take it, but we know it's going to be tough as they're coming out of their shells now and looking for the goal to take the lead. Batshuayi on the ball, through the gap, and there's Asensio, and there's the goal. And it was coming. Batshuayi missed a golden chance, but it sets up an even better one. And one of the hottest prospects in European football, Marco Asensio, gives Real Madrid the lead. And 7 minutes after the restart, they take advantage. It was going to happen at some point. Asensio to finish. Watford 0, Real Madrid 1. We are approaching the final 10 minutes of the game, still trailing by 1. And it looks like it's going to finish that way as well. But the one thing we can't afford to do now is concede a late goal and watch this deficit become larger. Batshuayi to Asensio, the goal scorer. They linked up for the first. Asensio's cross. Cristiano Ronaldo's header. Real Madrid's win. Watford 0, Real Madrid 2, and Ronnie, who was pretty quiet for most of the night, has left it late to get the second and surely give Real Madrid a lead heading back to the Bernabeu, which they will be very comfortable with. Watford 0, Real Madrid 2. Game over at Vicarage Road. And that is going to do it. It's such a shame, but the big game here at Vicarage Road in the first leg does end in defeat. We expected to lose, we did lose. Watford 0, Real Madrid 2. We couldn't really create much when going forward because Real did all the ball, had all the chances, all the shots, and in the end all the goals as well. 2-0 the final score. Tough result to take back to the Bernabeu. Whilst I may have been hyping the match up so much pre-game, we all knew what was the most likely outcome before a ball was even kicked. And it wasn't a surprise to see that happen in reality as well. Real Madrid brushed us aside in a game where we barely got out of our half, and whilst we still do have a very slim chance of making it through, and the tie isn't over yet, we know it's highly unlikely we'll be able to come back from this at the Bernabeu. But for our third game today, we're back to the Premier League as we take on Everton at Goodison Park here on the weekend, where we need to keep our title dreams alive and get back on the winning wagon. Just one win in our last 4 games in all competitions is not great form, so as we approach May and the final month of football, it's time to get it sorted right now. Only a win will do, only a win is acceptable, and really, only a win will keep pace with Spurs at the top of the table. So the 3 points are mandatory, we need to return to winning ways. It's Everton at Goodison Park, where we must taste victory. Sigurdsson for Everton, through the gap to Ross Barkley. Now Sandro trying to see what Prudle is there. And we shall get the danger away. Still tied at 0-0. Waiting for the first chance. Chamberlain sends it long. And a good chance here if Richarlison can spot me. There we go. There we go. There we go. Great chance here. Off the top of the crossbar. And Chamberlain kept the ball in play, but dropped straight to Morgan Schneiderlin as Everton will clear. I thought I could bend it into the far corner off the wheel, but that's the start we need. Feeling sorry for ourselves or after I lost at Real Madrid? No, can't do that. Just got to respond, get back out there, and get back on the winning wagon. Chalobah out to Richarlison. Irona's on the overlap. It will come to Doucouré first. Now to Richarlison. Back to Irona into my feet. Good build up this from Watford as Richarlison sent down the left hand side. Crosses towards Gray. Gray flicks on, hits the crossbar, and Chamberlain denied by Digne, clearing it off the line. Twice we hit the woodwork. What a goal line save by the French left back as well. And despite all the early pressure in the Hornets, we just can't find a breakthrough. That was as brave as it comes from Lucas Digne. What brilliant defending to prevent a certain goal from the Ox as Richarlison can't hit a corner away and Ross Barkley fires it just wide. There's no way this game finishes 0-0. Someone's going to win this and we've got to make sure it's us. Barkley through the gap to Idrissa Gueye. Everton now after a slow start begin to press and look for the opening goal with Sandro receiving it, and it's a great tackle by Conte and Doucouré first to the ball as we shall escape. Chalobah keeps hold of it, finds Ironen, and Ironen across to Nathaniel as we'll spread the play. Now Richarlison on the ball into my feet. Can we get one more chance before half time to go in front? Doucouré to Gray. And Andre out wide. Ironen to myself. I'm onside there. I'm onside. And Pickford denies me and Dubois turns it behind for a corner. And it's still 0-0 despite so many shots in this first half from Hornets. Half of the game to go. Still tied at 0-0. Richarlison taken down. Penalty to Watford. Right before the break. A penalty one off Idrissa Gueye. And a chance for us to get in front. Well, I'm a huge fan of Idrissa Gueye in real life, but that was quite clumsy there as he flew in to head it away. And to be fair, watching that back on the replay, I think the referee might have been a bit harsh on him there. But a chance from the spot, Andre's going to take. We missed our last penalty through Dini. We've got to score this one. Gray with a stuttering run up against Pickford. And he blasts it in to the top corner. What a finish by Gray in his pursuit of the golden boot as we take the lead just before the break. A game we can't afford to slip up in. Everton 0, Watford 1. What a penalty. Oh, what a ball by Rooney, and Niase's onto this. 10 minutes to go. Don't let this lead slip. Niase charged down by 3 yellow shirts. And it's Costa in the end who gets it clear. We're defending for our lives here to hold on for the victory in a second half of no chances whatsoever. Can we see out the 3 points? 7 minutes to go. Dubois through to Niase. Niase to Musonda. Musonda on the ball. Trying to get round his man. Musonda. Tackled by Ironen, but danger not fully away. Rooney. Keane. Michael Keane. What a goal. And Everton have rescued a point with just 5 minutes to go. The former Burnley defender says, play me up top, Sam. Everton 1, Watford 1. Well, we were defending and hanging on for dear life. And as Musonda found Michael Keane through Rooney first. What a goal. This was by the centre-half. takes one touch, gets it out of his feet, and it clips the far post on its way to nestling into the back of the net. We couldn't afford to slip up. It will just be one win in our last 5 games. Everton won, Watford won. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I didn't play too well against Real Madrid, but to be fair, barely had the ball at my feet, but in this game, haven't played very well. Everton are going to get a point, and we could not afford to slip up in our attempt to keep pace with Spurs. There's one late chance. Doucouré to Gray, into my feet. Chamberlain, denied by Pickford. Richarlison turns it with the flags up for offside. And it's not going to count. We've scored some late winners in these past 2 seasons, but this goal won't count. I played it through to Chamberlain, great save by Pickford, but the right decision by the linesman. Richarlison a couple of yards offside, and the Brazilian denied his second goal in 3 by the linesman's flag, and the correct decision. Oh my word, hands on the head. I thought we'd won it, but Everton will claim the point, as it will finish 1-1 at Goodison Park, and in a game where we couldn't afford to slip up in, we failed to hold on. 1-1 the final score, and we lose ground in the title race. It's been a thrilling, action-packed episode with late drama in all 3 games, and this game certainly did not disappoint on that regard as well. I didn't play especially well. I tried hard to hit the crossbar in the first half, but just couldn't find that goal or the assist would have helped us get the winner late on after Michael Keane's late leveller. And as Everton claimed the point, we've got to hope the Spurs slipped up away at the Hawthorns, and they won by 3-2 to extend the gap at the top of the table to 3 points. It's a massive blow, 1 win in 5, and heading into the second leg of our Champions League quarter-final against Real Madrid as well at the Bernabeu, with an FA Cup semi-final at Bournemouth to come as well. It's safe to say that our season is falling apart right at the end. But that will end today's episode of My Player though, guys, so a massive thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's dramatic episode, then please do drop a like, as likes are of course very much appreciated and really help the channel out as well. Just a few episodes remaining in the season as we continue our very slim hunt of the treble. But don't miss them all, they're going to be dramatic. And I'll see you for the next episode very soon.